I'm Mark Wolf. I'm almost 63 years old, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I got involved in Jovae. When my youngest son was going to the university, he was involved in sports, and while I was away on a business trip, he was playing in a large tournament. He collapsed and was airlifted to a hospital in Seattle, where the chaplain in the hospital had told me he was brain dead and would no longer function again, and could they pull the plug. It was a very, very difficult time. As a father, that's something none of us ever want to hear or see. I made the decision to sit by his bedside for many, many, many weeks, hoping that there would be some miracle that would bring him back. He had 5 viruses that had attacked his brain, basically shut his brain down. The body couldn't cope with with all of the viruses and problems, so he was brain dead. And after a considerable amount of time in a coma, a specialist came and luckily brought him back to life with all of his functions intact. But his immune system was severely damaged, and the feeling was that he would have to live in a bubble, in an iron lung, for the rest of his life. So I spent time, I spent money looking for something that would be somewhat natural, or as natural as possible, and still allow him to recover and build up his immune system and his health. So off I went, and as luck would have it, I, by happenstance, ended up in a dinner where a lady was speaking about her medical husband who was involved in the immune business. I became involved as well and started using the product. And I personally started to learn what was in the product, which I found out was mushrooms. I felt healthier, better. My immune system was improving. I didn't have colds or coughs or anything else, which I had certainly had in the past, and gave the supplements, these pills, to my son in the hospital, and within 30 days he was released. I invested a lot of money in the mushroom business and eventually in the company Jovae, which pulled together all of the research that I had learned and that a lot of the universities had studied. We had a team of scientists. We have a well-known lab scientist in our company today, and we base these products in science. Mushrooms are the world's superfood, providing many of the most important nutrients your body needs. So, in knowing that this was the case, we took upon ourselves to research mushrooms to find out where the best place to grow these are, which mushrooms are the most important, which ones are best in being combined together. We spent a lot of time and a lot of money, millions of dollars, finding out answers to some of these questions. And what we learned is, of the, let's say, 50,000 species of vitamins worldwide, only 270 of those are medicinal. They have some positive qualities for your body. And of those, less than 100 are being studied by major universities, mostly in the West. And of those 100, only about 7 provide real benefits for the body. Super benefits, I guess you would say. We studied those 7. We continue to study those 7. And we have taken 5 of those, the most important 5 mushrooms, and we have put those in the Jovae product. Knowing what I now know about mushrooms, the immune system, nutrients and antioxidants, and knowing that it in many ways saved my son's life, it makes me a healthier, more active, more mentally alert individual. I would personally like to invite you to try Jovae. Become part of our growing Jovae family And let's all be healthy together.